court as they begin to deliberate on the presidential election petition that court has filed against the announcement of Uhuru Kenyatta as president-elect. What the court team wants is to have the election of Uhuru nullified and the March 4th election by the IEBC declared a sham exercise. Now, the court team will also be seeking orders to call for a fresh election. And as KTN's Aaron Ochieng now reports, the case before the Supreme Court could be a game changer in the country and set a precedent.
The ramification of the court petition that was filed Saturday at the Supreme Court is historic and may have a greater bearing in the country if at all the case is won by the petitioner. One of the grievances that court presents is the widespread manipulation of numbers during the tallying of votes, and this could mean that the entire process could be found illegitimate. If the Supreme Court finds grounds to believe this, then it might mean a ruling that could nullify the whole process and a penalty to IEBC.
In the event, then the court also finds the commissioners or some of the commissioners to be liable for conducting a redundant election, then that becomes very challenging, because eventually I don't think the players in the election, in case a fresh election is declared by the court, the players would want the same commissioners to handle an election.
If the voter register is found to be wanting, then it will present problems of a bigger magnitude, as a fresh voter register will have to be in place before the elapse of 60 days after the ruling. The electoral body will also have to use all instruments available to safeguard the credibility of the poll outcome. This includes biometric voter registration and identification, as well as electronic voter transmission. If it so happens that a ruling of such a nature is made and IEBC is found guilty of conducting a sham exercise, then it might lead to a series of other petitions from other poll losers, even if time for the petition will have expired. According to constitutional experts, the courts may have to be asked to give a constitutional interpretation of the ruling that may lead to cancellation of other results if challenged in court.
Other contenders who have lost in the just concluded general election will also have a basis upon which to challenge the outcome of and the declarations that were made by the IEBC insofar as their election is concerned. So this is going to be something that will have a very big magnitude.
Court has already indicated that they have a strong case against the election of Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, and have severally indicated their faith in the current court system headed by William Mutunga.
Sasa Wakenya wataona vile demokrasia itatetewa mbele mahakama na ukweli itajulikana.
In the event that the judiciary rules in our favor, we shall be ready to run from day one. In the event that they rule any other way, we are ready to go back to the people.
Jubilee, on the other hand, is already reaching out to other presidential candidates and has so far backed the support of a Amani coalition headed by Musalia Mudavadi. This presents a picture that should fresh presidential elections be called by the Supreme Court and those who are already dining with Uhuru choose not to run, then it will be a clear two-horse race with advantage Uhuru. Aaron Ochieng, KTN.
Some interesting days.